In order to avoid the war-torn south of Sudan, our route now takes us in a wide detour away from 30 degrees. Across the highlands of Ethiopia to Gondar, Lake Tana, and on to the capital, Addis Ababa. Next morning, after spending a mercifully short night in a village of mud huts, we're on the move early. The landscape is a surprise. Lush green meadows and the first mountains we've seen since Norway. We're here because of a civil war in Sudan, but until 4 months ago, one just as fierce was being waged in Ethiopia. The war may be over, but not everyone has surrendered. This lonely countryside provides perfect cover for bandits and privateers. We're accompanied everywhere by soldiers. The guns are loaded. In the villages, there are more obvious signs of the ruinous war. The children have not been to school for years. There's little work. Shelter is basic and food is scarce. We stop for a breakfast cuppa along with our armed escorts.
Thank you. Cheers.
The youngest, politest, least aggressive army I've ever seen. Have you had experience of anyone being shot at or stopped on these roads?
There's constant incidents on these roads and in other roads in Ethiopia where lone vehicles, particularly travelling at night, are stopped and the vehicle is either stolen or the contents are stolen. Sometimes people get killed. Sometimes they'll attack more than one vehicle. And therefore it's considered a sensible precaution to send along a few armed guards with a convoy. Yeah.
Who pays the wages of the guards?
Well, these people draw no salary. They're entirely a volunteer army. None of them have any income from it at all. They just get their food and their accommodation and cigarettes.
How old are they?
I would say these kids are not more than 18, 16 to 18. And it's a curious fact that those who successfully overthrew the dictatorship were almost all kids of this age. A year ago, Mengistu, the former president, was heading the largest army in sub-Saharan Africa. It was a massive dictatorship, huge security apparatus. Nobody would have believed that he could be removed by a bunch of kids from the hills.
Can you sense it when you look around or you come into a village like this? Can you sense there's a sort of different atmosphere that people
Definitely. I mean, I've been travelling around this country for years, and the atmosphere is the most noticeable change. The feeling of relief that people feel that they're in control of their own lives again.
Ethiopia continues to provide surprises. I don't think any of us associated the place with floods. Cool mountain air and the beauty of the scenery is welcome. It's easy to forget this is not quite the paradise it seems. Our vehicle becomes separated from the rest. Though we must wait for them to rejoin us, a roadside stop is highly risky. Everyone breathes a little easier when the convoy catches up with us. Now at least we're moving targets.